Judith Joy, and today we are talking about perspective changes reality. Judith, it's so good to see you.
Hello, how are you today?
Doing really great. This one sounds really interesting. What do you mean about perspective changes reality?
I saw a picture, little cartoon in Facebook today, and it was perfect for this. There was a bumblebee. On one side of the picture was a man going, "Ah, bumblebee, ah!" On the other side was a woman going, "Ooh, honey." It's the same bumblebee.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So we do get into our own heads, and those can be very, very dark places. You're saying that we need to change our perspective. How do we get started in doing that?
Well, if you were to think of something different, what might that be? So
Um,
let's talk in terms of um, your daughter.
okay.
Okay. You're thinking of your daughter and you're going, oh, and she's not getting it. And oh, I just keep trying and trying and trying, and she's not listening to me, and blah, 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 blah. Pay attention to what happens in your body when you do that. And it's just this whole big weight that sits on you. And then you're going, oh, and oh, I might as well just give up. And, totally different than if you're going, if it was different than that, what could it be? Or what might it be? And you're going, all right, she's 25. I don't know how old she is exactly, but she's 25. She's learning it. You know, these experiences are hard sometimes,
Mhm.
but they're so much more memorable when they experience things than if it's just somebody telling. And if she needs my help, she knows that she can come to me.
Right. And
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 it feels,
it, it lifts it. You're right. It's so true. And for those of you who haven't seen like previous sessions, between Judith and myself, and just to kind of loop you in on what actually she's talking about, is that I have four daughters ranging age from 23 to 13. And my oldest is, I've been talking to Judith, like we always like had this amazing relationship. Life moves on. We hit some bumps in the road, and we still have a great relationship. But in my mind, I was constantly like, I want it to be this. I want it to be that. I want it to be this. I want it to be that. And because I'm so caught up, or was so caught up in my own head before working with Judith, um, I would feel this heaviness because I could not get things the way I wanted them to be, on my terms, on my timetable, my fit, the way. And then, I realized that I needed to change my perspective. I needed to see she's a grown woman. She's 23. She's out on her own. The way things were are not the way they're going to be. This is a new chapter of life. But in my perception, it just started to become heavy and hurtful, to be honest with you.
yeah, sometimes it does hurt, but nobody can hurt you without your permission. If someone insults you and you take it as this deep knife wound, you're the one experiencing the knife wound. They're not. And you just go, okay, that's an opinion. And you just let it go. You don't even have to respond to it sometimes.
That's
Um,
hard, Judith, for an Italian like myself to keep my mouth shut. No, but all joking aside, you're right. But back to the knife wound, how do you not feel the pain though?
the more you build your consciousness up and the more you experience love and gratitude and kindness and things like that, the less those things will hurt you. If you're operating from low vibe, which is shame and blame and depression, anxiety, things like that, it's a lot easier to get hurt. But when you take responsibility for yourself, then that insult allows you to say, wow, that person's having a bad day.
Yeah.
And that insult allows you to say, you know what? I don't choose to be stuck with a knife today. I'm going to be happy anyway. And it might be that that person said something and you're reacting to it because you agree with it. And when you agree, it's hurtful because you don't like it in yourself. But then you're going, wow, thank you for pointing that out to me. Thank you for letting me know that I get triggered on this. And I'm going to work on that and I'm going to let it go.
Yeah, it is really great. It's really great advice. And I think another tip that you shared with me that I'm hoping to share with others, I know we've talked about this and some of our Zoom discussions in the past, but one trick that Judith gave me that was really, really helpful is that, sometimes that you're being a punching bag for somebody having a bad day. And so just recently, I mean, just this week, I was on the phone and with the one daughter I'm talking about, and we've come so far, and it's been so great. But she was in a mood, man. It was right after her work day, and I was trying to help her get a problem resolved. And I knew that this attitude must have had nothing to do with me because I was all on hands deck trying to help her figure something out that was frustrating for her. And as she's going on and on and on and on, Judith taught me to say inside, not outside, but I love you, 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 I love you. And the whole time, all I'm saying to myself is, I love you. And when she was done and she had vented and she told me I had a crazy day at work, I gotta go. I was like, okay, have a great day. And we hung up the phone, or enjoy your walk or whatever. And I, for once, didn't go away feeling personally attacked. I just went away like, hey, she was having a bad day. It happens to all of us. And it worked. It was really great. And it was
Yes.
true. I do love her. And I don't want to get, you don't want to get the minutia in the way. Cause I think that's what happens with people, that little things happen. You let something dumb like that derail your progress or your relationship.
And not only that, if you get triggered, then you turn around and talk to your husband, and then you're going like,
It's true. It's true. Even if you're relaying the story, and now you're taking your high vibe that you worked so hard on
yeah,
and bringing it down.
you got it. You got it.
Interesting. Any else that we could apply before we wrap up of how to change our perspective? Like, what's the first step in changing your perspective?
Look for something different. If it's cloudy out and you're wanting to go to the beach, going, wow, great, I'm not going to get a sunburn today. And if you're going, this is terrific, and you fill it in as to why this is terrific, you'll find something. Even the most horrible disease, wow, I've been asking for a rest. Now I've got it.
Yeah.
And you keep looking for the good. Look for the gold. Look for the good. It just really works. And as you do this, your vibe will rise and you will feel better. And by the way, if it does happen to be an illness or a disease, then you're going to be in a better place to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it may possibly resolve because you're high vibe.
You're right. I thought about when you said that. It is, there's, if you can find that silver lining, it maybe helps open your perspective so that you might see what could cure you or find the next path instead of staying stuck, paralyzed in your own fear and in your own thoughts. Well, Judith, as always, this has been another great topic, and I so enjoyed learning all these new, steps that we can take to change our perspective.
Thank you so much for having me.